Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Thursday, March the 10th. Happy pre-Friday. I'm sitting here just thinking and reflecting on relationships. Number one, I believe that happiness should be an inside job. It should always be an inside job. There's a saying, you can't be happy with somebody else if you're not happy with yourself. And I absolutely believe that. I think when you go into a relationship, it should be to contribute to the other person's happiness, to learn, to grow, to find out who you are, to find out who you are not, to know what you like, what you don't like, what you want to do, what you don't want to do. Relationships come to grow you. And I believe that there are absolutely some people that you should be willing to change for. I'm not saying dumb yourself down or anything like that, but just be willing to grow, just to expand, to explore yourself, to take selfishness down, to take your manipulation down and your vindictive ways. And not saying that everybody does those things when they're single. However, some things we do more when we're single. I'll speak for myself. I don't want anybody to think I'm putting them on the spot, because I'm not. That's definitely not my intent. Please take my message in the spirit in which it's being given. I feel as though being single for many years, it gave me time to be selfish, and to not really consider others, because I didn't have to. If you think about it, I mean, you get up and go whenever you want. You don't have to worry if anybody else ate. You don't really have to worry about if somebody need to go to the hospital or whatever. You're pretty much just your own person, especially being single without children. You literally, you really don't have to worry about anybody else. And not saying that you don't have to worry about anybody else. I mean, you got friends, you have family. Of course, you consider them. However, they're not a main factor in your daily decisions. So I hope this is coming out right. But with the past several months of being with someone, it really has grown me a lot. Getting a taste of being with someone every day and getting a taste of living together and loving one another and listening and caring and just being considerate of someone else and thinking of them. I wonder if he's eating. Let me see what he would like for dinner, or, oh, does he feel good? Do we need to make a doctor's appointment? Oh, do we need to pick up some extra dog treats for our dogs? And it's very, 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 very freeing, believe it or not, to go in a relationship. Being single has its own freedoms, and I always thought giving up singleness to be with someone else, a significant other, not just dating, but to actually be somebody's lady, was going to take my freedoms and my selfishness and my vanity. And it has been the complete opposite. It has been the complete opposite. I don't even worry about myself no more. I just want to make sure that he's okay. That's my first thought when I wake up in the morning, and it's one of my last thoughts before I go to bed at night. And I say one of my last thoughts. One of my first thoughts is because I have to thank my God. I had to thank my God for life and health and strength and wisdom and courage and love and understanding and forgiveness and just vulnerability and travel and my friends and my family and all of that stuff. I had to thank God for never giving up on me. And I thank God for allowing me to be found, because I was not looking to be found by someone that I love. Um, I I'm grateful. That's what I want to say. I'm grateful. And I'm grateful for not for somebody loving me. I mean, I'm grateful for that, but I'm more so grateful that I have somebody I want to love. They say you can't help who you love. The jury is out on it for me, because I think what our Bible, for those that are our Bible readers, let me say that, because I don't even want to say Christian, because everybody that reads the Bible is not a Christian. Some people just doing it for research. Some people read just so they can try to prove you wrong. Some people read it to try to throw stuff in your face to let you know you're imperfect. Honey, you don't have to read the Bible to tell me I'm imperfect. I already know that I'm imperfect. Being a Christian does not make me perfect, and it does not make me vain. Okay? Vanity and things like that, and issues and everything comes from inside. And we have to work on ourselves, if we're willing to admit what our issues are. But I don't want to go off on that tangent. What I want to say is I'm completely grateful to my God for allowing me to open my heart to love. Not saying he's the first man I ever loved, because he's not. However, in loving him, it is very reflective. I take time out to consider him in most of the things that I do. And it's very freeing for the fact that I no longer have to worry about myself. How can I say it? The care that I have for him and the concern that I have for him puts my cares and my worries off to the side, because love is not selfish. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is forgiving. Love is considerate. It considers others. It doesn't hold a book or a list of their wrongs. So that's why I said it's freeing. It's freeing for me to love him, so I can let those other things go. Somebody may think I'm crazy for this message, and that's perfectly fine. The love that God has in me supersedes the issues, the external issues. When you say that you love God, you're supposed to love his people as well. Once again, that's for somebody that believes in that. I'm not forcing any religion on anybody. That's definitely not my intent on today. So please do not misunderstand my message. I'm coming to talk about what true love can actually do for you if you open up to it. I absolutely understand that some things don't last always because of differences or unforgiveness, grudges, not being able to understand why somebody did something or didn't do something, religious differences. Excuse me, my allergies are acting up. You can have age differences that may be an issue. You may have location differences that may be an issue. Health problems, whatever. There could be multiple things. There could be credit, finances, the way people work their work ethic or lack thereof. There could be different reasons why some relationships don't stay together, or some people don't stay in relationships, excuse me. And what you do, I think you learn from the lessons. You grow, you should be growing. Whether you're single or in a relationship, I think we should be open to growth and change. Be the best you can be. Try to be a better you than you were on yesterday. And think about others. Be considerate of others. You know, like I said, in my singleness, I was not completely selfish. Definitely wasn't. You can ask some friends and family. Um, but on a daily, everyday note, you know, I didn't have anybody to consider. I mean, I could just get up and go, literally. And I still can. So relationships don't make you bound or whatever, tied up. Some people act like that. I hear those quotes and I read it, the memes. Oh, don't get married because you're not going to be free. You're not going to be happy. You're never going to have sex again, and you're not going to be able to do what you are planning for your goals. And you know, people just, you know, you will never eat what you wanted to eat before because your wife will make you eat healthy, and you know, just some of the stuff is funny, but on the back end, if you think about it, every joke has some kind of truth to it. Somebody came from an idea that they really thought about and put it on paper, whether they meant to tell it as a joke or it just came out as a joke. Every joke, in my opinion, has some kind of truth to it because of where it came from and what the thought was. But yeah, I don't believe that. I don't believe when you get married or when you have a long-term relationship with somebody that your freedoms are going. I think a relationship, and this is from my perspective, once again, this is all my perspective, that it should open up your creativity and your exploration and your thoughts and your patterns and your plans and everything like that. I think a relationship, if it's healthy, should open up your mind, and not just open up your mind to what you want to do or what you've been thinking about, but opening up you enough to let somebody else in, to let somebody else be helpful, to let somebody else encourage you and care for you and love you, to be honest with you, to be transparent, to plan with you, to grow with you, even to hurt with you. If you're hurting, your partner definitely should care. Your partner definitely should be there to try, because it's everything they can't do. They're not your savior. Everything they cannot do. However, it's nice to have somebody there. It's very nice to have somebody there that you can wake up to every day, that you can go to sleep with at night, that you can travel with, that you can plan with, that you can pray with, that you can love with, that you can grow with. Just it's nice. It's definitely nice. It's absolutely amazing. And I just I wish that everybody had a love that found them or that they found. Yes, I'm about to be very antiquated, so somebody's gonna be upset with me. And that's perfectly fine. This is not to offend anybody. I have a certain mentality. I do believe that a man should step up to the plate. If he likes you, he should say something. If he's shy, write a post-it note and put it on her car window, something. Tell your friend to ask her. And I'm talking about a friend that's honest. And that's not slick. They won't try to get your lady before you do. That's, yeah. But do something, you know, let her know. And if she's interested, once you do that, she's going to let you know in return, hey, I like you too, you know. But once again, those are my thoughts. That's the way I feel. That's how I was raised. And I absolutely love it. I absolutely love when a guy says something. And let me say this. Let me say this while I'm talking about the relationships and the being open, honest, and changing and growing and being willing to be compassionate and to sacrifice and to be consistent and to communicate and to love and to forgive and to, you know, break open your walls together. I also think, as sweet as some of us are and kind and outgoing and friendly and flirtatious, I think some of us need to be mindful in letting some people inside our relationships, because some people are coming to tear them apart. Some people are coming to tear them apart. Even with having a lot of friends, especially of the opposite sex. Some of them actually want your lady. Some of them want your guy. Sometimes it's the same sex. I'm not anybody's business. That's not my business to be in. What I'm saying is be mindful of outsiders. Because some people really want to tear up your relationship. Some really do. And some of us are very easy to let people in. You let them in way too much. Your significant other and yourself, you guys are a team. And if you believe in God, God is your third baseman, or I don't know how you say it, but he's the top, he's the head. He keeps you guys glued together. It says let what God join together, let no man put asunder. So that means if you two are married, let nobody get in between you and your spouse, okay? But yeah, some of us are so easy to let other people in. It may not be to fight or to steal. It may not be to kill. It may be to undermine your relationship. And she slide her hand on your leg to say, "Oh, I'm sorry you having an argument with your lady," but she slide her hand on your leg to get your attention, to get you awakened to her. She's not there being a friend. She's not there comforting you. And she shouldn't be comforting you. The only person that should be comforting you is your significant other. But that's another story for a different day. But yeah, some of us are just not attentive at all. And some of us are. Some do it on purpose. Some people are over their mate and they're ready to move on, and they got other people already in the person's seat already. And I think that's absolutely disgusting. But that's another story for a different day. But when you are trying to build something, you build it to make it last. You build it on something solid, something firm. Will there be days where there are going to be storms? Yes. Are there going to be days of strong winds? Yes. Are there going to be days of heavy rains? Yes. But you keep building. You get you get those concerns out of there. You talk about it. For when you talk about them, you got to first admit what's going on. Talk about them, work them out, apologize, change, grow, whatever. Step down and look at it again and go back in. Say, okay, this is where we are. Sometimes people need to do well. I had a joke before. I don't know if you guys remember this. I wrote on my page. I said, in my next relationship, I'm going to sit down with my man once a week and we can talk about our issues. Talk about what may have gone wrong this week and how we can fix it. And some people laugh like, "Yo, you're so funny." I actually wasn't being funny. Even though y'all think I'm hilarious all the time, I'll be trying to tell y'all what I'm thinking. You know, I really be trying to tell y'all what I'm thinking, but that's okay. But yeah, no, sometimes you need to sit down and you need to say, hey, can we talk about this or whatever? And if you're angry or very upset, you know, wait until you calm down some. That's what I would suggest. So nobody say anything out of anger or bitterness or disdain or, what is it, rudeness or whatever. Don't hurt your partner. Don't hurt your partner. That's never okay. And definitely don't hurt them on purpose. Yeah. And you do the same. This is a two-way street. So yeah, be kind and be considerate of each other. And when you do know that you have a disagreement, come back and talk about it and work it out. Don't just let it fester. The Bible says, do not let anger, don't go to sleep angry. I'm probably misquoting things, but you know what I'm saying. Don't go to bed angry, because God forbid one of you or both of you, close your eyes for the last time. You can't get those moments back, and you can't apologize once you're going or once they're going. It's not worth it. Is it really worth it to hold that anger in? I don't think it is. Another suggestion I have is write down the good stuff. Write down the good stuff, because you're already thinking about the bad stuff. Write down the positives. You know, you have a positive list and you have a, oh, no, 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 I don't want to do that list. You know, write down what are the ups with that person. I think that's helpful. Um, because, you know, it gives you the idea, okay, you know what, we're not half that bad, you know? So you know, you take what you have and you try to make it work. And not try. Some things just work. I think sometimes we actually make things too complicated. For real, for real. Um, some people, how can I say it? Some people probably just shouldn't be in relationships because they're so selfish to the point where they're not willing to grow. They're not willing to change. They're not willing to learn or to love truly. They're not willing to be vulnerable. They're not willing to be compassionate. They just, it's all about them. And, you know, they could care less about other people. And, you know, and say, you know, things as, you know, well, whatever, you know, this is what I'm going to do. This is who I've always been. And things like that. When we say things like that, especially when we mean them, if you're just saying it to be smart or get somebody to be quiet, and fine. But when you really believe in your heart, I'm always going to be this way and I could care less, I honestly think you probably should stay single because it's not fair for others. And I'm going to talk about fairness because, you know, that word can be very different for different folks. But I think that not being willing to change, or for one, not even change, let's go back, willing to admit that you have an issue is very just disgusting. Disgusting. And it's sad, honestly. It's very sad. Where we just don't want to learn and we don't want to grow. It's like, how far can you get along? And you can't. And some of these are the main people like, oh, I can't believe this. I can't believe I'm always sick. I can't believe I'm always hurt. I can't believe I'm always mad. I can't believe I can never get a raise. I can't believe I can't make more money. I can't believe this. I can't believe. Well, listen, for one, listen to your tone. Listen to how you talk to others. Listen to how you treat others. Listen to how you talk to yourself. You don't even forgive yourself for things. You know, you got to learn to forgive you. Forgiveness is for you as well. It's not just for others. Like, take and break you open. Break you open. Lay down for a day. Do nothing all day. Break you open and see what's going on. Go get the scalpel and scrape the mess out. And when you're scraping that mess out, let the goodness come in. Let the love, let the light in there, let the forgiveness in there, let the care and the tenderness and the vulnerability and the kindness, let that stuff in there. I know it's scary to be vulnerable. I know it's scary to actually care about other people because it's like, oh my God, they're not going to take advantage of me. You're going to be okay. The right people is going to come along. The right people are going to be there for you. Just tape yourself back up. You're going to be okay. It is perfectly okay. Sometimes it's okay not to be okay. I don't know if you know that. You know, and if you don't want people to be there for you, well, don't bring them there with you. It's as simple as that. Some people still going to care about you. Some people still going to love you after you push them away, believe it or not. Can you believe it? Somebody actually still loves you. Somebody's still worried about you. Somebody's still just connected to you. With your crazy self, with your mean self, with your irate self, with your inconsiderate self. Guess what? Somebody still love you. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? I can't believe it. But yes, I can. I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people. Lord have mercy. Have we all had some heartbreaks? Yes, we have. Yes, we have. Goodness gracious. Some of the people we thought, some people we knew were going to love us forever, definitely did not. They took your heart, set it on fire, stomped on it, spit on it, threw it in the river, went back down the river because they thought you wasn't dead, ran it over with the car, backed over it with a truck, okay, stabbed through it with a machete, and came back and looked again and was like, this heart is still beating. What the hell? Yeah, there are some people like that. There are some people like that. And guess what? Some of us broken hearts, child, it's crazy. It's crazy. We still love. We're not bitter. We're going to allow it to make us better. We're going to grow. We're going to love. We're going to be sweet. We're going to be tender. We're going to make somebody else don't have that same situation. We're going to try to help somebody else. That's what we do. That's what we do because that's who we've been called to be. We're healers. And sometimes it's a curse. Sometimes it's a blessing. Most of the times it's a blessing. Okay? And what I will say is this, and I'm going to wrap this up because this video is much longer than what I hoped it would be. And I hope I'm helping somebody. I really hope I'm helping somebody. When somebody pushes you away, let's say this. You don't have to be angry. You don't have to be bitter. Can you be hurt? Yeah, you're going to be hurt. Disappointed. Yeah, heartbroken. Yes, because it happens. Don't beg anybody to stay. Don't beg anybody to stay. Say what you had to say. Make sure they understand. But moreover, don't just talk about it. Be about it. Show people who you are through your actions. And I know for me, because I do believe in my Christ, and let me say this about Christianity, we are not perfect. I hate when people throw that in your face. Well, you're supposed to be a Christian. I am a Christian. Thank you very much. I don't know if you know what Christianity really is. It means I am an imperfect being in a spiritual body. I'm spiritual. You're spiritual. We're all spiritual because we have spirits inside of us. Yet I'm imperfect, and my Lord loves me just the same as somebody that's super wonderful. He loves me just the same as somebody that's completely horrible. Believe it or not, it's hard for some people to fathom because they don't understand that love of Christ in that way. That, he can still love you and you're not perfect. Yeah, he kind of already knows that. Believe it or not, aren't you surprised? It's crazy. I'm not surprised though. He loves me. And am I saying walk around acting the fool all the time? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. But what I'm saying is none of us are perfect. Believe it or not, neither are you. So yeah, I thought you were supposed to be a Christian. I am, and God knows that I'm struggling with this or I'm struggling with that. Yeah, so don't do that to people. That's my friends and family, we're all everything. I have a lot of friends that's not Christians. I have friends that's Muslim, agnostics, atheists, Buddhists. I mean, nothing, just everything. Tall, short, straight, skinny, fat, gay, everything. Different backgrounds, different religions, different towns, different politics, just different views on abortion, different views on capital punishment, different views on travel, just different fears, different wonders, different joys. They're all different. And I'm perfectly okay with that. I don't push anybody away from me because they're different from me. I just want to be the best me I can be. And the best me I can be is try to show the love of Christ in me and let it shine out. Even with all of my imperfections, can you believe it? Can still be a Christian and be imperfect. That's freaking bananas. Can't believe it. Insert sarcasm. For the people that try to go there, that will never work on me because that's just not my mindset. I'm going to love you. Hopefully you'll love me. But if you don't, I'm perfectly okay with that because I know who I am and I know who I don't want to be. And I don't want to be somebody that gets that angry and upset because somebody else is different or because they have a different view than me. I mean, If you're not out here hurting somebody physically, if I don't see you hurting somebody, if I don't know that you actually killed somebody, for one, if you did, and this is about to really throw somebody off, if you did, it's still not my place to come for you. Unless you hurt my child or my husband, or one of my siblings, yeah, I'm going to slide upside your head, okay? Don't think Minima is super sweet, because she's not. Yeah. So unless I have proof that it was you, I'm not saying I ignore what's going on in the world, because I really don't. I really don't ignore what's going on in the world at all. I'm just not completely loud or vocal about some things, because I prefer to go to my closet and pray in my quiet space. But yeah, some things I'm gonna talk about, and it's up to me if I want to talk about that or not. It's not up to other people to decide if I should talk about it or not. That's something we should not do to our friends and family. You can't force somebody. If that's an issue you want to discuss, then you discuss it. Yeah, you can't force other people to do that. They're their own person. And if that's how you feel, they might even feel the same way. They may not even be able to say anything because you won't let them speak on it. You probably didn't think about that, you know. But yeah, at the end of the day, and I'm talking about relationships, I know I've said a lot in this. Don't kill yourself. Do not kill yourself. Don't wear yourself out. If somebody wants to be there, if they want you there or not, don't, honey, be free. Be free in your singleness. Be free in your relationship. It should be a freedom. It should be a happiness. It should be a tenderness. It should be a joy. It should be a learning process, a growing process. Would there be days that's uncomfortable? Yes. But if you have more days where you are exploring and loving and caring and just going, that, hold on to that. You know, no relationship is perfect. And I'm talking about your intimate relationships, your social relationships, your friends, your family, your coworkers, your neighbors, whoever, the people at the post office. Y'all not always going to see eye to eye. What the question is, what do you do with that difference? Because I want to grow from my differences. And I want to stop and see what the other person is thinking. It's nice to understand somebody else. Like, oh, you know what? I never thought of it that way. That's very interesting. Thank you. I'm going to go home and I'm gonna research that. What's the name of that book again? Or whatever. You know, that's nice. It's nice. Well, to me it is. But that's after growth. There were years I didn't want to hear what anybody else wanted to say. For what? Because I was stubborn. I was selfish. I was vain. I was unkind. I was discompassionate. But let me tell you, honey, I've been growing and I've been growing and I've been growing. Does it hurt? Oh, yeah. Growth hurts. It busts you open. It busts you all open. This relationship that I'm in, let me tell you something. I've been learning some things about myself, man. I thought I was already on my road to learning me. I've been learning so much about myself, and I'm beautifully broken. That's what I would say. I'm beautifully broken. And being broken, is nothing wrong with that, because in my brokenness, God finds that he can get into me. He can talk to me, and I need that. When you're beautifully broken, you let other people tell you some thoughts, and it may hurt you, but it doesn't harm you, if you get me. Them saying, you know what, you had a little attitude last week, and then you stop and think and like, and in that moment you can heal, because what they told you, it wasn't to harm you. It was to let you know this is what you need. This is where you are. And that's actually okay. So yeah, it might hurt, but does it harm you? No. I've been healing and growing and learning and loving and forgiving and just caring and being kind and trying to be consistent, and even more forgiveness. And that forgiveness is not just for the other person. It's for you. It's for you. It lets you know what, girl, you are growing. Dude, you are growing. And it's absolutely amazing. And stop holding grudges and things like that, because life is not promised. If you close your eyes tonight, or if they close their eyes tonight, it's too late. It's too late. Am I saying stay around? You know, some things have to come to an end and you keep it moving. But the things that you know are absolutely beyond a shadow of a doubt meant for you, and you go do it. If you know that business is the business you want to start, you go do it. Go get on it. Get the right people on your team and run after it. And that's why I feel as though another thing about relationships, when you're with somebody and they're with you, you can do these things together. You can grow together. You can build together. You can learn together. It's just, I think it's absolutely amazing. But maybe I'm just too lovey. Maybe I'm just airhead. Maybe I just love. But I do love love. I love love. And I love community and connection. I don't know, guys. I just wanted to reflect out loud. And I hope nobody's upset or bitter about this message, because I just needed to talk and tell you what I'm thinking and what I'm doing. Well, not even gonna say what I'm doing, what I've done. Because right now, what I'm doing, I'm about to do something. And I'm not going to tell you guys about it just yet. I will let you be surprised. But I definitely have something that is in the works. And I'm very, 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 very excited. I'm a little nervous because new journeys can be a little scary at times. So whether you're on a journey by yourself or with somebody else, do the best that you can do. Don't be bitter about the past. Learn from the past. Grow from the past. Love where you are and expect something good that's coming. Treat other people with kindness and respect. Learn to love. Learn to forgive. Learn to communicate. Try to be consistent. Be compassionate. And live your life with passion. Whether you're with somebody or whether you're on your own, do the best that you can do. Okay? Pray for your friends and your family, because some people are going through things that you could not imagine. Please pray for your friends and your family, and pray for your enemies too. That's what the Word of God says. For those that read it and they believe it, pray for your enemies too. I am a hopeful person, and I believe in miracles. And I don't know what is going on with our world today. Well, I do know what's going on in our world today, unfortunately. And I'm very hopeful in spite of it all. So I want to say this, and I'm done, completely done, because this is so long. As you're journeying this life, it would be wonderful if you had somebody journeying with you to make it easier for them and for yourself. Once again, don't be selfish in a relationship. Please don't be selfish in a relationship, but consider the other person, how they're feeling. What do they need? How can I help? Are you sick? Can I take care of you? Can I feed you? Can I love you? Can I talk to you today? Or do you want me just to listen to you talk? It's nice to be nice. So, my dear friends, my family, I love you. And I hope you know that. I love my guy very, very, very much. And I hope he knows that. And once again, if you're journeying, find somebody to journey with. But if you have to journey by yourself, just know that somebody somewhere definitely cares about you, and they love you, and they're thinking about you, and they're concerned for you. They're praying for you, and they're encouraging you. So just be positive, be happy, build, learn, and grow, and most importantly, forgive.